Morning, DeAndre. Question is about the receivers in this game. There's a lot of very good ones. And as one of the top guys in this game, do you relish the opportunity to play in games like this where guys across from you are also shining very brightly?
Uh, I love it. The game of football has become more of a passing game. So you're going to see numbers go up with receivers, skill guys. I like the way the game is trending. I love seeing other guys, get rewarded for their hard work that they put in. Receivers, we work very hard in the off season. So, you know, I applaud every receiver that's doing great.
Hey DeAndre, now that you're 2 months removed from your new deal, can you kind of look back and reflect on kind of what the challenges were of negotiating your own contract?
Getting sleep at night, that was probably the biggest challenge. Late nights because it was during training camp. I'll be tired, and then I'll have to talk to my team for a couple hours. So that was probably the biggest challenge, just getting sleep and getting rest. But the rest I enjoyed. I think anything that you do uncommon, I guess could be considered a challenge. But I enjoyed the process.
Next we'll go Catherine, Darren, and Kyle.
Hey, DeAndre, just halfway through the season, where do you feel this team is at, especially, from where you came in and started to where they're at now?
I think, obviously coming in and not being here last year, I don't have much to compare off of besides a record. I'm not sure, I think not sure 6 or 7 games last year is what we won. So, we're at 5 right now, and we know that, we could have won a couple games that we lost, but we got to put that behind us. So, where I came in, where we at now, I came into a team that was hungry, and I feel like we're still the same way. Everyone wants to win and wants to win big, not just, more than 7, 8 games. I think this team has, championship mindset.
Hey DeAndre, you were just talking about how you liked how the young receivers in this league are trending and where the passing games are. Yesterday Patrick was pretty salty about how receivers and the rules have the offense. I'm just wondering, do you ever think about just how things are set up in your guys' favor? Do you disagree with that? I mean, kind of how do you view where the offenses are compared to the defense? Do you feel bad for Patrick at all, or at that side of the ball?
I've seen some calls that could go both ways. Obviously, to me, I came in where the rules were, different in 2013. You could get away with more stuff as a DB. I think it's to protect us also. But I think DBs definitely, don't have the best advantage with the way the game is being called a lot of times. But it depends which receiver you are also. I seen the call yesterday against a tight end where the DB badly, pulled his jersey and they called it. It's been plenty of times where I've been beat up and, there's been no calls. So I think, refs, it depends on the receiver. They kind of know if a receiver can play through something, they might let it go. But I could see Patrick's side.
DeAndre, if you added in all the pass interference penalties, your numbers would have looked a lot better on Sunday. Would you rather have the catches and the yards? Does it matter to you since the ball moved the same point, or would you rather, have that production?
As long as the ball moves, that's all I care about. But I do think that the rules should change and receivers should get counted yards for penalties.
We'll wrap it up with the final 3, Bob and Josh and Catherine.
Your teammates have said that you're pretty much unflappable during games. You're the same guy, no matter what your production is like emotionally in terms of body language and all of that. I'm wondering, were you a little peeved you only had 3 targets last week?
I had 7 targets and 4 of them was penalties, if I'm not mistaken. That might be a record. So I was very happy. Even though we didn't win, that's probably one thing I was mad about, but not my catches or completions. When a guy has to hold you when the ball is being thrown your way every time, I think that's a sign of respect, man.
Thanks.
Yep.
Hey, DeAndre, you said a couple times that Kyler is the first quarterback to yell at you. Why do you think he is the first quarterback that has yelled at you? And do you like it when a quarterback is on your case like that?
I love it. I think that's what makes us closer. That's what brings us together. I've heard some stuff in the media saying, beef and stuff like that because, Kyler gets on me. But you never hear about Tom Brady beefing with his teammates. If Kyler is beefing with me for getting on me, then I guess Tom Brady hates all his teammates he's ever played with.
It's a strong point for sure. One more question on the penalties and everything. When you go back and look at a game like that, watching the film, what do you look for on those plays where there were the DPI calls? Like, how do you assess what you did on a play like that?
I put myself in position to catch the ball, or to, I guess, have an advantage on catching the ball, where the DB knows that he has to hold me or, push me, however, for me not to catch the ball. And as a receiver, that's what you want. You want to be able to, be in the best position to make the catch or, downfield to where he has to do that. Because, when the DB does that, he knows that he's beat, which is, helping the team. Most PIs are downfield, which is a 20, 30-yard play. And we consider those explosive plays, which, explosive plays wins games.